Raid Shadow Legends just announced some big changes coming to the game, teased some new heroes, but then failed to mention an event that's actively happening right now. So if you're watching this video when it comes out, there's an active event that's taking place that you want to make sure you're not missing out on. But before we dive into all of that, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, guys, as we get into the content. Let's talk about it. Now, before we get into the full depth of the content, I do just want to remind everyone here that if you are interested in trying out Raid Shadow Legends for yourself, you can sign up with my link in the description or in the pinned comment of this video so you can get the epic champion, Zargala, a great champion to start your account off with. She's got a decreased defense built into her kit. She's got this ability on her skill 2 that allows her to initiate that decreased defense again. On top of that, she's got a weaken on her skill 1. She's a great epic unit to start your account off with. And then, of course, upon reaching level 15, you're going to be able to get the epic champion Yugo, who's also a great cleanser, debuffer, has a block buff built into their kit, very helpful for PvP, PvE content, and a leech for a little bit of sustainability. Great support unit to start off with. On top of that, some potions, 300,000 silver, an XP barrel to max level one of your champions. Fantastic starter pack, so make sure to do that. And I think for a limited time only, I think I can say this while this video is coming out, make sure to use the promo code Supreme6 to get the Void Champion Supreme Gallic for a limited time only. The first time ever that they've been giving out a legendary Void Champion Supreme Gallic. I just watched this trailer recently, actually. Really enjoyed it. It was really entertaining. So yes, make sure to go ahead and use that. But again, for new accounts only. But let's go in and talk about some of the new things that were revealed in this latest YouTube video that was dropped on the Raid YouTube channel and in the notices. So the first thing I want to mention actually takes place in Faction War. I've got some background battles happening at the moment right now, but they're going to be introducing a hard mode to Faction War. And to unlock this hard mode, you're going to need to make sure that you've maxed out all of the towers and completed all of the challenges and gotten your final reward of getting Lydia the Death Siren. And if you do, then you're going to be able to unlock the hard mode for Faction Wars. Now, this is very much an end game thing, and some of the other things we're going to talk about here are more end game mode additions for veteran players, but there is some other stuff for newer players too, so make sure to stick around. Once you get Lydia the Death Siren from completing all of the Faction War challenges on normal mode, it will unlock the hard mode, and then you can go through and clear those. And on top of that, there's going to be some more rewards and resources you're going to get from clearing those towers. But one of the cool things that they mentioned there is to get the full 3-star clear on some of the floors that you want to do, is it's not going to be just doing it based on, you know, not losing any champions. There's actually going to be like complex challenges that are going to be added. Like one of the examples they gave is like beating a boss with having 10 different debuffs stacked on top of the boss. Like really niche challenges that are going to be like really difficult for players to be able to do. Again, if you're early on in the game, I'm sure for late game players it's going to be way more achievable, but for, you know, more newer players like myself who've only been playing for like a couple months now, that's going to be a pretty big challenge, but it's definitely something that you can look out for. They did also mention that there's going to be new variants of the Faction War boss as well for the different floors and stages, with some other bonuses or kind of variables added onto each of them. So just to kind of shake things up a little bit further instead of being kind of like, you know, the same boss on all the other floors. Upon clearing the hard mode of the new Faction War, you're also going to be getting the new mythical champion, Polara Fireheart. She's going to be exclusive to clearing the faction mode hard mode. So again, something that every player is going to be able to get at some point, but you know, it's going to probably be a while. For me, that's for sure. All in all, seems like a really cool addition. I'm nowhere close to even diving into that, if I'm being honest. I just finally hit 120 stars, or 124 stars. I got a lot of work to do, but you know, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. You know, thanks, Lydia. But that's it for Faction War. The next thing that they mentioned for Siege is that they are going to be increasing the amount of floors in Siege, so you're going to be able to have more teams added into them. They're also going to be adding in some variables for the towers, like you're going to be able to hide certain teams from the other clans, so you can kind of be like surprised, just to add some more things to shake things up for the Siege game mode. So, which is really interesting. They're adding in some more ranking too along with it, where they're going to be adding tier 7 and tier 8 as well. So for those, you know, those clans, those groups that like you're pushing that content, you got more to chase and more to dive into. So definitely some more interesting options there. On top of that, some minor additions to dungeons and just for general PvP in the arena. They are going to be adding in a ranking for this. So you're going to be able to see kind of like the weekly seasonal ranking for who's getting some of the higher clears. So it's going to be based on the kind of region that you're logging in from, and it's going to reset every couple weeks. So again, something else for the veteran players to chase in that case. days. Now, one of the other interesting additions is they are also going to be adding in kind of like a new advent calendar event for the community login event, where you're going to be able to get some shards for the legendary champion, Ludix Artor, as well as a bunch of other rewards given over those days. I'm assuming there are going to be some pretty big resource like kind of boosts, because you need to log in on that day to get those rewards. It's not like the regular login event that exists in the game, where, like, you know, just when you log in, you will get the next thing. You can only get it from logging in on that day of the event. So you want to make sure you're logging in every day during that event. And on top of that, you're going to be getting at the end of the event a legendary relic to be added to your account. Now, that relic is going to be determined based on voting in the game. So you're going to be able to, you need to like rally like people, you know, other people playing raid, and then you can all vote on which legendary relic you want to get gifted out, and it's going to get gifted out to the community. So make sure you're on top of that. If you really care about what relic is coming, I'm going to be honest, I could just use a legendary relic. So I'll take whatever I get at this stage. So that would be nice, you know? That would be nice. So on top of that, we did get a sneak peek at some of the other new up-and-coming champions. We got to see some more screenshots of the new Mythical Champion 2, Polara, Fireheart, as well as some other ones that are kind of unnamed, which look really interesting. Now, before we get into the final thing that they didn't talk about in that video about events that are happening, the event that's going on right now, I just want to remind you that if you've clicked on this video because you're interested about what's happening right now in Raid, you can sign up with my link in the description or in the pinned comment to this video. Again, just as a quick reminder, you will be able to get the Epic Champion Zargala to start your account off with. Upon reaching level 15, you're going to get the Epic Champion, not you, Yugo, great for PvP and PvE content, and then as well as some an XP barrel, some potions, 30,000 silver, some all goody things like that. Again, make sure to use the legendary promo code Supreme6 for the legendary Void Champion, Supreme Gallic from the Orcs as well. Great way to start off a new account for the 6th anniversary of Raid. Now, the one thing that they didn't mention in that video, where they talked about some of the new things coming in the game, is actually something that exists here in the news. It's happening right now. There's a 3 summon boost event that's going on right now. From UTC, 8 o'clock, Friday, March 21st, 8 o'clock UTC, Monday, March 24th, we're doubling the chances for receiving epic and legendary champions from Ancient and Void shards. So if you've been stacking those Ancient shards, now's the time to do it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm an idiot, and I've just been pulling all my Ancient shards as of late, which I shouldn't have. I should probably have been waiting for a summon boost event like this, but you know what? I'm an impatient dweeb. So here we are. We kind of get stranded with this anyway. If you've been saving onto them, you've been saving those shards, you can go ahead and use those when they come. I'm gonna have what? I'll have one Ancient shard available once I clear my daily quests that I can use in the ×2. Hopefully we get really lucky. We probably won't, but it is what it is. But that's it. That's kind of everything that's going on in Raid. A quick little update that came through, and I thought some interesting information that I wanted to kind of share and continue to put out there for those of you who might be maybe not subscribed to the Raid YouTube channel and you kind of missed what has been announced there. But that's going to be it for this one, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.